High intelligence looks like a superpower from the outside, but neuroscience and psychology suggest the opposite. A powerful mind often becomes its own most complex project, carrying hidden costs that are rarely discussed. If you've ever felt that your greatest gift is also your heaviest burden, this video is for you.
The curse of hyper-reflection. Why you can't just decide. Your brain doesn't rest. It constantly decodes subtext, models probabilities, and analyzes its own analysis. Psychologists call this a metacognitive loop, when thinking is directed not at a problem, but at the process of thinking itself. Research shows that people with high IQ often have increased activity in the prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and control. This is your engine that cannot be switched off, leading not to better decisions, but to paralysis of action.
Existential loneliness, a crisis of a different level. You're bored by conversations about the weather. Your mind craves discussions about systems, ideas, and meaning. This creates a cognitive gap with the majority. While others bond over shared experiences, you seek allies in exploring reality. This generates not just loneliness, but existential isolation. A feeling that you're looking at the world through a microscope, while others are content with the view from the window.
Empathy as a filterless system. Why you feel too much. You don't just understand others' emotions, you physically experience them. This is linked to heightened activity in mirror neurons and the insula, the brain region responsible for bodily awareness of emotions. Your brain literally tries on another person's state. This leads to compassion fatigue burnout, where you exhaust yourself not from your own life, but from the pain of others that you can't help but process. Impostor syndrome and the perfection trap, when success brings no peace. The phrase, "you're so smart," becomes not a compliment, but a lifetime contract for flawlessness. Every mistake is perceived not as a step, but as a threat to your identity. This breeds dysfunctional perfectionism, where good enough does not exist. Psychological research links this phenomenon to the inflated expectations of others, which an intelligent person internalizes as their own. You're not fighting for a result, but for the right to remain in your own identity.
Hunger for complexity. Why routine is unbearable for you. Your brain needs challenges to stay toned, just as muscles need exercise. Routine tasks cause a drop in dopamine levels, leading to apathy and procrastination. This isn't laziness, it's neural hunger. Research in cognitive neuroscience shows that people with high intelligence scores demonstrate lower brain activation when performing simple tasks, pushing them to seek complexity to maintain motivation. What we take away. The struggles of high intelligence are not symptoms of a defect. They are the price for the complexity of your operating system, functioning in a world designed for simpler programs. Your hyper-reflection, isolation, empathic fatigue, and perfectionism are evidence of depth, not pathology. You see more layers, process more data, and feel more intensely than the default setting is designed for. Your task is not to become simpler. Your task is to build a life sturdy enough to contain the full complexity of your mind. This means learning to set boundaries for empathy, seeking your cognitive tribe, and directing analytical power not towards self-criticism, but toward creation. You are not too much. You simply function at a different resolution, and the world needs people like you to ask questions for which others don't even have the words. If this resonated, write which of these costs of intelligence is the most taxing for you. Press like if you believe that a true mind requires not only development, but also protection. Subscribe. Here we study psychology not from textbooks, but from within.